Schwartz is smarter than you. Geoff Schwartz is smarter than you. Is presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Today is Thursday, August 28th. It is Geoff Schwartz. It is Matt Ford. It is our divisional preview episode. We're doing the South divisions, Matt. And before we get going on this, what I imagine will be a wonderful podcast as usual, we will also include college football wagers. And if there's a level of excitement for week one of college football discussion and level of excitement for AFC South discussion, let's just say that college football week one dominates my mind right now. We will get through our job, which is $1,000 wagering per division, the AFC South, the NFC South. There are wagers I do like in these divisions. Before we get started, Matt, I need you to help me with this. On our Tuesday show, Gabe has banned certain topics, and two of the topics are going to be discussed today. We have to decide whether or not we're discussing them, okay? One of them is the Colts, outright the Colts. The other one is
we need
Trevor
to
Lawrence.
bleep the Colts? Do we need to go like the Indianapolis?
That actually would be maybe the best way to do this. I think actually, if it's not too much work,
And
just all the mentions of. I don't even know. Is that a lot of work, Matt? I don't know.
It's not too much work, but I think, look, man, I get it, but you know how this is gonna go. Like in the season, we're gonna get to week one, and it's gonna be like Steelers, like Titans, like that's who we're gonna have to bet on these teams every week because they're the value. So,
well,
we might as well.
A sharp guy that I know has already given me week one hosting Dolphins. So
what's that line?
1.5. 1.5.
Yeah,
I mean that's actually the right side on that one, actually. Yeah.
God, what a terrible game. What a bad way to start the season. Like, there's so many fun games in week one. That's not Buffalo.
It's just sad that we know what we're going to pick already, and we just have to accept that that's what we're going to do.
We're not taking that. Jeff, we're not taking that. We're not taking in week one. No chance.
Well, to get people more excited for the show, let's actually talk about some actual football teams that are good. And we'll start with maybe the NFC South here. So as we're going to do is we're going to go through every team. We'll give you the wagers we like. And then you have to look out at Geoff Schwartz. Oh, my God. Faux Dog is very excited for this division preview here.
Wow. Big Panthers fan.
Big Panthers fan. My kids just got home from school. So big Panthers fan here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through every team. We'll give you some wagers that we like. And then if you stay tuned to my social media at Geoff Schwartz, I'll tweet out the amount per wager. We spent $1,000 per division. We have a little bit more for leeway of $2,000 of leeway for the entire 8 divisions, Matt. And let's start off with the South.
All right, Jeff, let's start with the 4-time defending champion Tampa Bay Bucks. There are 3 teams that have made the playoffs in each of the last 5 seasons. Kansas City, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and a surprising list. Their win total is 9.5, minus 170 to make the playoffs, minus 120 to win the division. Is there any reason that they will not go for their 5th straight division title this year?
I think we're probably looking at Tampa Bay, even though I do have someone that I do like to maybe win the division. It's going to be maybe someone out of nowhere. But there is a team I like, not out of nowhere per se. There is a team I like. And we'll talk that through in a few minutes. Look, Tampa Bay is good. We know that. They just sort of do things in a way that wins, right? They play decent defense. It wasn't as good last season, Matt, but their offensive line is good. I mean, they have obviously an issue right now with injury, which sucks, of course. But if they get back whole, they have good wide receivers. Abuka, I think, is actually maybe a good option for offensive rookie of the year, Matt. If we get into maybe some of the future numbers here as well. But I like some props with Tampa Bay. I'm not sure I like anything with their win total or to win the division. But there are props I like with this team. I'm pulling them up right now. So there's 2 I like here. So Baker Mayfield is at 3,800.5 yards. He might throw for like 4,800. I don't. This number feels like very, very low. Are we expecting him to get hurt this season? This number, he threw for 4,500 yards last season. Why is this number so low, Matt?
Well, that's an interesting catch. I'm into that. Let's put that one in. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield. Huh. Interesting. Very
Yeah.
low total. That's like around
Right? Why is that?
yeah, that's like slightly less than Goff. It's like around the Justin Herbert range. Yeah, that seems like a really nice number. Good find, Jeff. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
So I like that. I also think I'm not a fan of like the nostalgia of making some of these picks. And I'm even thinking about like, maybe even like an under would be worth a play here. But like Mike Evans over 1,000 yards to do it
Yeah.
for what now? 11 straight seasons. His number is 950.5. Is that something you're willing to play?
Yeah, what's the odds there? Because there's a team special that I was going to bring up that's
It's
Evans.
minus 120.
Because there's Mike Evans to have 1,000 plus for minus 105 in the team specials section of DraftKings. Maybe we just go with that.
Evans over 1,000 for how much?
Minus 105.
Okay.
We're getting 50 cents for 50 yards. It's pretty good.
We're already doing 2 overs. Oh, geez.
There's Mayfield to have 4,500 plus passing yards in the regular season. That's plus 500. That's just kind of tasty. We don't need to do that. I'm with you. I don't think we need to go crazy on this team. I will say, like, Tampa probably should have won that playoff game against Washington. Like they were unbelievable on both sides of the line. They just had some like really bad turnovers. When Evans is going, he's like unguardable. When their run game is going, it can really get downhill. They have this week 1 game against Atlanta away. I feel like if they win that, like the division's over. Like I know that's crazy to say, but they play Atlanta again in week 15 at home on a short week. And then they have this kind of weird, easy schedule, including obviously the Saints and Panthers twice. So I feel like we're going to know with Tampa right away. Huge game in week 1.
I'm with you there. I'm trying to find rushing props, and the website's being kind of weird right now. Like, is there a Bucky Irving under? Is there somewhere to look and take a Tampa Bay running back under? So Bucky Irving is at, this is week 1 numbers. We don't want week 1 numbers. We want season.
While you numbers. Look, what do you think about Ibuka Rookie of the Year plus 1,800? That's
I like
pretty
it
short.
The only thing that worries me is that there's just a lot of yards and a lot of receptions to go around.
Yeah, and when Godwin comes back, they're going to give him the rock. I don't think he's going to get it. I think we can. There's going to be a few contenders actually in today's episode for Offensive Rookie of the Year, so maybe we hold our bullets there.
Okay, I think I know where you're going there.
You want to throw in Bucky's under, or do you feel good about Tampa?
I feel okay about Tampa. I'm just trying to find it.
Bucky Irving, 1,000.5 yards. That is his number. This is exactly 1,000.
We kind of start taking some of these running back unders, don't we?
Yeah, that's not a bad one to take.
I actually like one on the next team, I think.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I'm fine passing on that. That's not a crazy number to hit. Why don't we go to Atlanta? They are likely to come in second according to Vegas in this division. Their win total is at 7.5, although it's over is minus 140, plus 155 to make the playoffs, plus 210 to win the division. A lot of people are invested heavily in their fantasy teams with Drake London or Bijan Robinson or even Michael Penix. What's your read on this team? A lot of people like them as sort of a frisky upset team.
So one of the teams that I think me and you never get a good read on is the Falcons.
Since we've known each other. Yeah.
They are a team that that people seem to think is going to go over and win the division this season. I'm just not quite sure. There's a lot of questions about defensively. Like, are they that much better right now? Right, Matt? Like, are they that much better than they were last year? On paper, they are, right? They added pass rushers in the draft and free agency. We got to see those guys perform at that level this season, right? We need to see that to make it happen. Offensively, their offensive line took a big hit with an injury, which really worries me. There's some question marks there with the offensive line. Michael Penix, first year starting. So to me, the Falcons are like a stay away team for me. But I do like a prop of theirs. I think I like this prop.
Interesting. I think if you like Atlanta, I would say I think they're going to start really slow. Like they have the offensive line injury issues. They go Tampa, at Minnesota, at Carolina, who I have a feeling is going to be a team you might like. Then Washington, then their week 5 bye, and they come back for Buffalo. Like they could potentially, they get basically the whole AFC South, and the soft part of their schedules starts around the midseason. I could see them being like, oh man, what happened to Atlanta? And then you look up and, they're suddenly making a playoff push. Kind of the opposite of how their year went last year. But yeah, I don't really know what to do with this team. I really like Drake London this year. And I think Kyle Pitts should be banned if some of these other people are banned.
Well, Kyle Pitts is banned. He's banned.
Okay, great. I'm glad you guys made that call. So I feel that this number is about right. Part of me wants to say like we should maybe say that they're going to be better than this, but I can't do it.
So the one wager I think I would be comfortable making is Bijan under 1,200.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
Couple of reasons why. The offensive line worries me. This season when Michael Penix, I think they're going to throw the ball a lot more. Like, why have that guy in the backfield if you don't throw the ball more, Matt? And I think those factors just lead to less rushing. He averaged 4.8 yards last season. He got 300 carries, a lot of attempts in 17 games. He's been healthy his entire career, which is great. Great to be healthy. But what if this offense just is more Michael Penix? And what if he's at 250 rushing attempts instead of 300? Like that takes his number obviously, down to. I'm going to do the math right now. Down to, below. That's right at 1,200. If he gets 250. So like if he gets 50 less attempts, Matt, we hit this wager. So I'm okay with taking Bijan here as my Falcons prop.
Yeah. Well, interesting. Would you then you could also play this with going over on Algier, who's only 550 yards. And I do think if they do have to sort of manage Robinson a little bit, and maybe, I don't know if turn it into a timeshare is exactly right, but he's pretty valuable. They need to take care of him. I have one other sort of a long shot here, which Drake London last year, he got he led the league by so much in terms of red zone target share that how about him for most receiving touchdowns this year? This is under the stat leaders tab on DraftKings.
Okay.
He's plus 2,000 for that, which is like about, let me see, like around, I don't know, 15th best odds. Like he's behind Mark Andrews and Marvin Harrison Jr. Like I feel like he's a really good value.
I'm good for a plus 2,000 wager.
Yeah, you just need one of those.
Correct.
Mike Evans is.
I'm in.
Wait, where's Mike?
I don't think Mike Evans is going to be that guy though.
Oh, he's plus 1,000. He's actually the second shortest on. So yeah, I do like Drake for that. But yeah, I think that's probably the way to play my enthusiasm with him. Let's move to the team in your backyard, the Carolina Panthers. Carolina, 6.5 is their total. Everybody sort of got excited about them last year. They're plus 270 to make the playoffs. It's 500 to win the division. Is this the team that you're going to make the case that we hop in on?
It is the team. And
okay.
Here's I think we can do it. We can do it a couple ways, Matt. One, we can take their win total over, which I think is certainly possible, minus 130. It's 6.5. Think about the way they ended last season. They won 4 of their last 9 games, and they have 3 losses in there. Chiefs by 3, Eagles on a drop touchdown pass, and Tampa Bay, they fumbled. Remember, they fumbled at the end of the game. Like a team that I really think has just a really good job of building the roster, right? Of just, creating competition. And then look, they were bad on defense. Guess what? They went out this free agency and got a bunch of guys on defense. They got a bunch of pass rushers. I like their coaching. I like what they did with Bryce Young. So I think over 6.5 wins is certainly playable, but can I sell you on division at plus 500, 5-1? Because, well, here's the deal. No one in this division is going to be a wild card team. So whoever wins the division is going to the postseason. So make the playoffs at plus 270 to me is not enough value, right? Because again, you're not making a wild. There's not, in my opinion, no one in this division is making the wild card. So you're just winning division. So if you win division, you're a playoff team. 5-1 basically to make the playoffs is what this wager is, and I think that's a pretty good wager, Matt.
I do too, man. I think it's in play. I don't think it's likely, but I think your point about just like, hey, is this a better value than the number dictates? I do think that. And I mean, I'm not still a believer in this team really, but like here's their start. Jacksonville, Arizona, Atlanta, New England, Miami, Dallas, Jets. That's the first 7 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
they could get out if they come out of that 4-3 or whatever. Like, anything's possible. And I look, some of these questions, like it just sort of all comes down to your quarterback. And I thought that Bryce Young, it matters less that Bryce Young is good than that the team seemed to believe in him at the end of the year, right? Like it just seemed like they actually were like in these games, they should have a good running game. They should have a good offensive line. Defense, man, leaves you a little to be desired, but there's some pieces. There's Derek Brown and Warren. Like there's still some pieces there, but it's a weak division. Anything's possible, and I don't know. I think if you're going to make a play, like there's no point to taking over 6.5 or even money. Like if we're going to swing, like let's take a swing. I'm with you.
Well, also, I think that so essentially you could either take over 6.5 or take an over like 7.5, but that basically, I mean, that ends up being nearly the same as winning the division, right?
Yeah.
So I think just Panthers division is the way to go in this situation. The other one I like is Chuba Hubbard under 950.5. He's just not going to get as many. Rico, I love Rico Dowdle. Trevor Etienne, they drafted. So he's not going to get as many carries this year, Matt. It's that simple.
Interesting.
This is one of my favorite unders.
That's an interesting one. Okay, let's definitely do that.
Okay, think about this. So last year, I'm looking at his numbers right now. Last year he got 250 carries. He averaged 1,200 yards. He only averaged 54 yards. Excuse me, that's not correct. 79 yards, 80 yards a game essentially. Okay, with Rico Dowdle, right, and with Trevor Etienne, do you think he's getting 250 carries again this season?
Interesting. And if they have more confidence in Bryce Young, like remember at the beginning of the season, they with Dalton and Young, like they didn't have any confidence in their passing game.
Right.
So it's
and last year, by the way, was the first year he played over 12 games, started over 12 games in the season, I should say.
It's a really sharp play, dude. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna definitely lock this in on my own. I like.
Yeah. Are you? By the way, speaking of that, you know what? I'll ask that question off air. Never. Okay. Let's get to.
I'm curious.
The
Stinky Saints.
So we're good here. We got Mayfield. So we've done Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. To me, there's 2 wagers on the Saints, and that's about it. But Spencer Rattler today announces the starter. As we record this on August 26th on Tuesday, he's atrocious.
Definitely the biggest NFL news that came out today was Spencer Rattler being announced the starter.
I do have a question though about that, Matt. I was debating this with my wife. Do you think the wedding is going to be a large wedding or a small wedding? I think a small wedding.
Well, I don't know. Are you gonna? Or is there a chance you might be in attendance?
Little question. Like, so my brother's friends with Travis. Like, do you think like it's one of those where like everyone is invited in their sphere, or do you think it's like just this like the select few invited? I'm going with select few.
Definitely not everyone, because this is Taylor Swift's wedding. Like they're not giving away, just tickets to just anybody. Like Travis famously couldn't even meet her at her own concert at Arrowhead. Like they're not just going to be letting, Mitch in there because they played together a few years ago. I don't think. Now it's possible, but
yeah, I
am imagining that there will be a pretty tight circle there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean there are markets for these type of wagers, and I think I've told you this before. My ID is now renewed, but I haven't gotten the actual ID, Matt, yet back from the DMV. So some of these other places that have some of these markets, I can't sign up for because my ID is expired, and it won't. My ID won't show up to the house. It's kind of frustrating. I can't do anything in some of these markets that I would like to wager on. It's kind of frustrating me. I still have new accounts to make it happen. Yeah. Nonetheless, though, back to the Saints.
Can I add 2 betting related questions to this? Are you interested in Kelsey's overs a bit more this year? It seems as if he's sort of like made some statement about this is my last ride. Now he's got all eyes of the world on him.
Yeah.
Is
he talk about it today?
Is he going off with I kind of feel like he's going to go out with a bang here. Like, so I feel like he came back from one last ride and he's going to, really go for it this year. Should we be betting on it?
Next week, we will do the AFC West, and then I'm hoping to get a special guest for that. Obviously, we can maybe guess who that special guest would be. Taylor Swift, yes. And we'll do the NFC West together. And then we'll have leftover money, Matt. We will. So that's like the leftovers. This time to spend on anything else that we have, and that might be one of. I think Kelsey's gonna have a huge year. He lost a bunch of weight. Like in the article, he went back and went back to his old trainer. Like he looks great. It's a last hurrah for him, and that covers our Saints discussion. So there we go. I just take the Saints under 4.5 wins at plus 115. That feels like the easiest wager to make and just be done with it, right? I mean, they're going to be really bad this season.
Yes, I agree. I don't really want to spend any more time on the Saints. Do you?
I don't, because we have to get to college football.
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we take a break here and then we'll switch our divisions?
Yeah, so this is it for the first division. If you're watching live on YouTube, we're not going anywhere. If you're part of the audio audience, we're back to do the AFC South, which actually might be the fastest division we've ever done in our lifetimes. We'll do that next. See you in a second. All right, Matt. I promise everyone, stay with me for college football. Just eat this AFC South quickly. Okay.
Here, just eat this.
Just stick with me for college football. Houston, go ahead, Matt. I'll let you lead off.
Houston 9.5 is their total. It's, minus 130 to make the playoffs, plus 105 to win this godforsaken division. Is anyone going to topple them, or should we just take the little plus money edge there and just say like they're probably running away with this one?
Yeah, I think it's just take Houston to essentially win the division, right? I mean, I
love it. I think it's a great number.
Was it? What did you say it is?
Plus 105.
Yeah.
None.
I mean, come on. Like, so look, I know we have to mention the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't mention the quarterback, but like, I don't know. I wasn't in love with the preseason. I know it's a preseason, Matt, but this didn't feel good. And I think that quarterback there is just, we want it to be great. I just don't know if he is. Right?
Are we switching to Jacksonville, or are we just done with Houston?
No. We're talking about like who can win the division. Besides Houston.
Sorry. I thought you were moving that quickly through this division.
No, I'm not. No, I like one of the props that you put in here. So, I like a couple of those props actually. So, I just, it's not Jacksonville in my opinion. It's not the C word, and it's not the Titans. Like, you know what I mean? So, I'm good with Houston to win the division. And then these props here that are in the rundown. I love the sack market, dude. It's one of my favorite markets to play. And I think the sportsbooks perpetually get it wrong. And Will Anderson, 12 plus sacks at plus money to me, buddy, he's in his third year. He's going to continue to get better. It's 7 sacks, 11 sacks last season. I love 12 plus sacks at plus 120.
I'm into it. I think that's a really smart way to play this team. I think that's a nice find.
I will have a sack one I love in the West coming up. Actually, I have two sack numbers in the West that I've made that I really like. So this is a market I think that's not the books don't do a good job of, and so I'm signing this up for Anderson over 12 sacks essentially.
Is he worth a defensive player of the year bet potentially?
Dude, those markets, man, I think you're just like throwing something at the wall and hoping it sticks.
1,300. That's not a bad number. All right. Well, I feel good about that. We can move quickly through the rest of this division. The Jaguars, the aforementioned Jaguars, people like them. Their totals up to 7.5. They're plus 180 to make the playoffs, plus 280 to win the division. I don't know. This might be the most polarizing team in the league. Like, I feel like people are either like, yes, this Liam Cohen thing is going to work, or they're completely out. Where are you?
What are they though? What is the team? I don't.
Yeah.
But
I think they could have a really fun offense, and I think that's like why people are enamored. Like, Thomas was really fun, and this Travis Hunter thing is going to be great to watch, whether it works or doesn't. Like a strange team. A lot of like, oh, well, if like Brenton Strange is a good tight end, like, huh? Like, what are we talking about? Just a strange defense. Like, not a lot of guys you've heard of on defense. Just not a great offensive line. The band Trevor Lawrence has he's very polarizing. I don't think there's a market I don't think betting the over or the under makes any sense here, but no. I do kind of feel like, I don't think their Travis Hunter thing, like, they're going to make sure that that does not look like a dumb pick. Like I'm pretty interested in going for his yards or his receptions. I don't have a play yet. I'm kind of looking as we go here, but they are going to make him something.
Yeah. So can I give you Brian Thomas under 1,100, 15.5 receiving yards for that reason?
Yeah, that's not a bad
like
idea.
So he was at nearly 1,300 last season, 133 targets. He won't have as many targets this year, right? Because of Travis Hunter and Brown, who they brought over, and maybe they run the ball a little bit more, maybe not behind in a bunch of games. And this is a bad offensive line too. So I think playing Thomas under, basically to say, hey man, the Hunter's going to get more targets, there's going to be more ball going around, is a way to play this.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And I think that might be easier than taking Hunter's over of 750 regular receiving yards. Doesn't feel that high.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a smart way to play that.
I would be in favor, by the way, of taking all the Hunter unders because I just don't know. Can a guy play that many reps, Matt, and stay healthy? But that's the biggest question.
That much on defense. I think they're going to play situationally, is my opinion, because they have
which is I think it's terrible to play them situationally.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk more about that?
Yeah. So look, if you are just playing situational corner, Matt, what technique do you think you're in? Like, what defense do you think you're playing if Travis Hunter just goes and plays corner every now and then?
I like, third and long kind of vibes, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like, are you in man coverage or zone coverage?
Oh, that's interesting. I guess he's probably playing zone, I would imagine, if it's like
I actually think he would be playing man. Like, go guard this man.
Interesting. Why?
Because zone coverage takes practice, right? Like, you have to understand where you're supposed to be, what the route's supposed to be. Man coverage, just go play man coverage. Go guard a wide receiver. Well, guess what? If you put him in the game, and I know it's man coverage, what do I know offensively? Man coverage. I can design a play or have checks or have the ability to know what you're doing pre-snap. It's a huge bonus for the offense. I think it's a huge bonus for the offense if you have a guy who's playing wide receiver for 50 snaps and you put him in on third down and say, hey, go play corner for us, make a play, please. Even if it's zone coverage. Like, I don't like this. The reason why it's not been done before, there's been cornerbacks that played wide receiver, but never wide receiver that's played corner. And I think it's a big concern for me if that's what they actually do with him.
That's so interesting. I never thought of that. It's kind of like how in the playoffs, like if Derrick Henry was in for the Ravens, it was like, okay, this is a run play. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was, it's sort of that kind of thing where you can immediately tell in crunch time, like what they're going to be doing.
Yes.
Wow. I think that's a really good take. I don't think that takes me off of any, Travis Hunter overs,
so that's why I think the unders are playable, but we can be done with just one Jacksonville wager, which is Thomas under receiving.
I love that. Although if I'm going to look who their lead runner is, and we should fade him too.
Travis Etienne.
Oh, right. Let's auto under if that's the case.
Yeah. What's the number? Again, my it's being kind of weird on my desktop here for illustrating. It just has like the numbers, but no actual names for some reason. Everything else is normal.
So I don't think they actually have ETN up because they haven't figured out who's going to lead that terrible committee. I don't know ETN number posted at present. Okay. Okay.
Right. Well, we'll leave it open. Next. Okay. So let's do the C words here. I actually think there's some wagers to make, by the way. So this is why I think we have to talk about the Colts. Sorry.
Yes. 7.5 plus 110 to go over, minus 130 to go under. 230 to make the playoffs, 400 division. Yeah. There is a prop I like here as well.
It's the one you've put in here. It's Tyler Warren over receiving.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Who else is going to be catching balls on this team?
These tight ends are so valuable, dude, and they come in immediately and are good.
Yep.
He's going to be good immediately, and especially with Jones. Like, Jones will get him the ball. He'll put it where it needs to be. Like, Jones will make terrible errors as well, but he will put this ball where it needs to be. And I think that Warren will get a lot of yards and a lot of receptions.
I don't know if you're comfortable playing this twice, but his receptions number is 54.5, and 54.5 receptions just for like Quentin Johnston had 55 catches last year. Like,
was it 54.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in for both.
Jake Ferguson, who hardly played, had 59. Like, I have a feeling they're that would be good for like around 65th in the league. Jahmyr Gibbs had 52. Aaron Jones, like that's the kind of territory we're in. I think that's nice.
I'm in for both. Do you want to play their win total under? Right, I think that's a sort of a stay away.
I would love to play their win total.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about? Daniel Jones is our starting quarterback, and we can go under 8. Come on, is that a real question? I'm way in on that. How about Jonathan Taylor under 1,200 yards? When's the last time he played a full season?
Good question.
I think I'm a huge last year he had 1,400. That's pretty good. I just don't see it with this team. Like I don't see why anyone thinks.
Well, before that, the previous 2 years, but he's only played 17. He only played 13 games last year. Though started 13 games.
Yes,
he hasn't been healthy. He has only played one season of 17 games. Oh yeah, let's just do. We had to have principle to do this.
Yeah, I think so. This is like back to our bread and butter. Look at that. We have 4 Colts bets. Who knew?
I know. We're all gonna have one. We're gonna have one Titans bet, so that'll be this will be pretty easy, I think. Here,
Tennessee Titans,
right.
6.5.
Just got an ESPN. I know this is a bit dated.
They're under 6.5 wins.
ESPN News alert.
To the account.
Sanders makes the Browns roster. Awesome.
They're atrocious.
Great.
Shocking.
Glad my wrist vibrated. And
are going to be very bad this year
because of that news.
I actually think that making Cam Ward overpassing makes a ton of sense because I think they're going to be behind in a ton of games. Matt, I don't know if we want to add that to our portfolio or not.
Well, what about him for Rookie of the Year?
They're not giving Rookie of the Year to a team that wins 4 games.
Yeah. So then we don't really have a choice. I was going to say we could put in Warren or at least discuss Warren, Ward, or even Tet McMillan. But I don't think I really like any of those. Like, I don't think it's going to necessarily be Genty either, but I don't have a lean for that.
Well, the player it's going to be, I think, is in that West, AFC West. And we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, we maybe missed. Yeah, well, there's 2 good candidates in the
Well,
West.
no, I mean, I have a good number personally. We've missed the best number probably for now, but I have the best number, and I have no problem giving out again, essentially. And so Josh Connerly is not winning MVP. Hank, jeez, is he even starting? Is he starting for you guys yet?
Well, yes.
Okay, all right, just making sure that they're all right. We've done these teams, the South. I'll give you guys the numbers on social media.
We did it, Geoff. We made it through
next week.
The South.
Next week we have the West, which is going to be incredible. That's going to be like I love it. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to do college football next. We're going to do 10 minutes on college football, just straight 10 minutes. I'm going to get my picks, get my thoughts. Video viewers, don't go anywhere. We're taking one more break for the podcast. We'll do college football in just a second. Be right back. All right, Matt. My favorite thing to do right now, by the way, is just close out these windows on the computer with all the NFC South information, and now just talk directly to the camera about the college football wagers I've made and what I'm going to do this week for college football. I know you're not as big of a fan as I am of college football, but I can walk you through some of the bigger games and my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the wagers I'm making. So lead us off. It's an incredible weekend. We have 3 monster games at like 10, 3:30. I think it's 8 o'clock. Unbelievable slate.
Unbelievable. Love that college football has made this choice to start the season off like this. The game maybe of the year will be Texas and Ohio State in Columbus. The Buckeyes are laying 2.5. Yeah. Wow. What do you think of this one?
Okay. So this is going to make Hank happy. I think Texas wins this game, Matt. I think a couple things that we don't talk about enough when it comes to college football. One is quarterbacks making their first start, right?
Yep.
That's a big deal. And 2 is like, I don't know how much home field matters as much anymore in college football. So Ohio State has a new quarterback who's really good. By the way, when I talk about Ohio State losing players, Matt, they're replacing them with 5-star kids. Like they're replacing them with great players, but haven't played yet, right? So you have a new quarterback. You had 2 offensive linemen drafted in the first round. You had 2 running backs drafted in the second round. Correct, right? Was Henderson a second round pick too? I know Judkins was. You had a wide receiver drafted in the first round. You have a new OC who's a first-time OC in Brian Hartline. Now Ryan Day will help him call plays, but first time. And then your defense coordinator left. A bunch of your best defensive linemen were drafted all over the draft. Some linebackers, some secondary players. Now, you might have the 2 best players in college football, Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs. So like that might not be as important, because if you lose some of the other players, those guys can pick up the slack. But nonetheless, it's a ton of new for Ohio State. Two new coordinators, new quarterback, new offensive lineman, new wide receiver. Now, Texas also has new as well, all over the field. Same as Ohio State. They're replacing those guys with another crop of highly rated players. But Arch Manning, though, has played football. And yeah, it's ULM or Louisiana Monroe, and it's Colorado State, but it's some football. And they put him in at times in big games to come in and make some plays. And so while I think the Arch Manning hype might be a lot for now, he might live up to eventually. I like Texas in this game because they have a quarterback who's played a little bit. I like Coach. I'm willing. The offensive line to replace four guys is a problem, but I trust that staff. They've done a good job developing offensive linemen. There's, of course, there's wide receiver here and there, a running back, a defensive lineman that are gone. But I think the staff has proven at Texas to be able to reload the situation. I don't think home field advantage is that much in this spot. People say, well, how's they don't, they don't lose at home. Well, they also don't play anyone that good at home, and they're typically a touchdown or more favorite against everyone at home. Lost to Oregon a couple years ago. They lost to Michigan at home now multiple times in a row. So I like Texas to win this game. I do.
It's that's a bold take. Must be a lot of faith in Arch Manning, the betting favorite to win the Heisman. What do you think of that?
That's a lot. It's a lot,
Yeah.
but again, I just have I think I like their situation a little bit more. I have not wagered. Like I'll tell you for those who are new, I'll tell you when I've wagered on something. Like I have not wagered on this game yet. I'm going to Oregon this weekend. There's no you can't wager on college sports in the state of Oregon. Kind of bummer.
Huh. Interesting. Well, Jeremiah Smith plus 1100 to win the Heisman. Kind of like that.
That's a good wager.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. What a huge way to start the season. Are you taking the points, or are you taking them outright?
I would. I mean, I'll take. My thought always is like if I get a couple points, I'd rather take them. If I'm like if I think a home team's going to win and they're minus 125, I just take a minus 125 instead of minus one. I would take the points here, at plus 2.5 if I had a choice. Yeah.
All right, moving on to another amazing game. Clemson hosting LSU. Clemson is laying
Yeah.
3.5 at home. Man, another potential Heisman winner for LSU starting in this game. What do you think? What do you think
And Clemson.
happens in this
I,
one?
I like Clemson a lot in this game. I'm not scared by the 3.5. Don't be scared by hooks. On the
Especially in college.
in college. Yeah. So Clemson returns a ton, Matt. And if I told you that team returns almost entire offense with a quarterback who's been there a long time, who's supposed to be a high level pro, and five defensive linemen going to the NFL, and like a coach who's won before, you'd be like, sign me up for that team. And that's what this team is. Clemson is really, really good this season. They're a special team this season, in my opinion. They're one of the few teams I think can actually win a championship. And yeah, we've made fun of Dabo in the past, and certainly fair, but he finally sort of accepted the transfer portal, accepted that you have to do things a little differently now. It's going to pay off dividends. LSU 0-3 in openers with Brian Kelly. They're on the road at Clemson. LSU is very talented, just not as good as Clemson. I'm okay laying the 3.5 here.
Yeah, they haven't won an opener since 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I think Clemson's probably the right side there, but that is a very tough test. It's so awesome that both these teams sign up for. Same with the previous
Love
game,
it so much.
obviously. Like that they go for
Yeah.
it. They're just like, yeah, let's know right away. Another benefit, I guess, of the extended playoff. Okay, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They are 2.5-point road favorites at Miami, the resurgent Miami Hurricanes. Where are you landing here?
Yeah. I like the under and probably Miami in this game. Um, Again, the same thought with Ohio State. Like they have a new quarterback going on the road to play his first game. Hard, Matt.
Yeah.
So hard, dude. Miami with Mario Cristobal is finally at the point now where these young guys they've developed over the years are now paying dividends, especially in the trenches. Carson Beck, I think, is pretty good from Georgia, the quarterback. I think this is like a slugfest. I actually think the under Texas Ohio State's also in play, Matt, as well. Just like again, new quarterbacks and new things. But I think Miami wins this game. I think they're poised to win. I just don't trust a guy making his first start on the road in this big game like Carr's doing for Notre Dame.
Yeah, redshirt freshman going on the road and laying
Yeah.
points. Like you don't need to be a college football
No.
expert to have some concerns there. Especially, it's probably going to be 1,000 degrees down there.
Correct.
Interesting. I may have just talked
Yeah.
myself into a little plus 110 for the Hurricanes.
I like it. All right.
You're
Can I
you're
get
on the
to
under. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
let me get to my other plays quickly because I have to I got a boogie here in a second.
Yeah.
For those who are new, welcome. I put out weekly wagers every week, Matt, on my Twitter, and I'm 58% over the last 5 years. The best thing I do. I will give out 3 or 4 on my social media, and I have them for this week already. So I'll just kind of fire them at you guys. I like Georgia Tech minus the 4 against Colorado on Friday night. I think it's Friday night. I just think Georgia Tech, they return the quarterback, they return the running back, half the offensive line, but return a veteran secondary. Colorado lost their quarterback, their 4 offensive linemen, their 4 best wide receivers. They lost their best pass rusher. And what do? They added more portal guys. So you just can't continue to portal, Matt. You can't just continue to do this. It's not going to work. You have to eventually develop players. I think Georgia Tech sort of punches them in the mouth, makes it very difficult. I like Nebraska minus 6.5 against Cincinnati on Thursday night. That's at Arrowhead Stadium, not in Cincinnati. I'm just high in Nebraska. I think Nebraska will be a playoff team this year. I like Rule a lot. At quarterback, Matt Rule's 3rd year, and the Bearcats aren't very good. This number scares me. It's way too low in my opinion, so it does worry me a little bit. And these games now, these last 2 games are like Geoff Schwartz specials. Okay, Utah minus 6 at UCLA, final game of the weekend. It's 11 p.m. Eastern at the Rose Bowl. Utah is going to win the Big 12 this season. They have the best offensive line that no one knows about. They have 2 tackles will be drafted in the top 25 next year. They have a quarterback transfer from New Mexico who brought their OC along with them. I like that combination. They're going to run the football. They're going to protect it. They're going to play action pass. UCLA just has so much new. It's so much new there. I like Deshaun Foster, but in game 1 against a Utah team that Kyle Whittingham, veteran coach, good on defense, run the football. I think the Bruins are in for a world of hurt. And the last one, Matt, okay, very Geoff Schwartz special. Oregon State money line, minus 125, hosting the Cal Golden Bears, okay? Cal's going to stink. Take their under 5.5 this year. They're starting a true freshman quarterback on the road. That's just a no. Flat out no. Just absolutely no. So the Beavers have a veteran quarterback they brought in from Duke, I believe. They have some good pieces around him. 2nd-year coaching staff. I don't know if they're going to be great this year, but I like them in this matchup. So those are my 4 wagers I like.
I was thinking like, wow, what a great Pac-10 game. And I was like, wait, no, it's the Pac-12. And wait, actually Cal is in the ACC.
It's a Pac-12 versus the ACC is what it is. Yes.
Yeah. I had a
Kinda
funny,
crazy.
hey man, you as Dylan Raiola said, you can't get mad at God for all the realignment stuff. Am I right?
You cannot
Did you
get
see
mad
that
at God
line?
for that.
He said he was you can't get mad at God for his resemblance to Patrick Mahomes, which is
I did not see
hilarious
that,
because
but
he
that's
models
funny.
his
He
entire
loves
body
Mahomes.
and style
It's-
after the guy.
He does. All right, Matt, I gotta go. This was a show that it was the South. Okay, it was what it was.
Did it
Right.
You just made the people
did
some
it.
money. I think we
I
actually
think
have some really smart bets in here.
I think out of all the ones we've done so far, these are my favorite wagers. We went
too.
under, which was fantastic.
Me too.
So thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook. We'll be back on Tuesday. We have 3 episodes next week. We'll be back on Tuesday with Gabe. We will put out a preview episode for the West Division. Then we will on Thursday, Matt, have our first NFL Week 1 best bets episode. We're going to choose 5 wagers, and we're going to give you those 5 wagers. -1 hosting the Dolphins. May or may not be part of that. Much as Matt hates that. May or may not be part of that. Who's Pittsburgh?
We'll
Is Pittsburgh
see.
underdog Week 1? Who knows?
Jets.
But we will talk to you guys then. All right, everyone. Take care.
Hey, buddy.